it's more fashionable for women to be taking care of their kids by themselves while they complain about their baby daddy. We all know that. So I feel like it's more fashionable. Everybody love a good trend. We all know that. We can't make somebody do something that they don't want to do. Look, it start with us, man. Kids, women, all of it start with us, bro. We have to set the example. We are the example. Just because she had your baby, just solidify you for the rest of your life, say you good, you got to put that work in.
Yo, welcome back to What the Streets Need podcast. I'm Big Gorilla Co. This Jay. What's the deal, bro?
Shit, man. Good. Feeling good. It's been a good year. Ready to
So
have a good
far it
show.
has, haven't it? Great. So far it has been very productive for sure. For sure. So I want to start the show off on with this, a shout out to all my stand up guys out there, man. Stand up,
Yeah, let's give them. I'm gonna
live,
give them a round of
yeah,
applause.
there you go. Live by the code, man. Take care of their kids, man. And if y'all boys ain't heard this in a minute, or if y'all ain't never heard this, y'all matter. You know what I'm saying? Somebody out here that needs y'all. Somebody out here that waiting for y'all
Believe
to
that.
come back and see they, be back in their presence. From the what the streets need, podcast family. We love y'all boys. If y'all need anything, tap in with us. We do what we can, always for sure. But since we on that topic, fellas, we gotta do better. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do better as fathers. And we gotta definitely stay out this white man system. Our young life need us. We gotta stop killing each other and stop beefing with each other over nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just getting ridiculous out here. We so apart. We need to unify, man. We the only race in America that hate our own for real. You know what I'm saying? We gotta tighten up. Piggyback off that, Jay.
Yeah. Shit, man. As men, you know, uh, it's men that honor titles. It ain't titles that honor men. So you know what I mean. You a father. You feel what I'm saying? You know, just because she had your baby, you feel what I'm saying? Don't just solidify you for the rest of your life. Say you good. You know what I mean? You got to put that work in. You know, um, husbands. Look, it start with us, man. You know what I mean? Kids, women, all of it start with us, bro. We have to set the example. We are the example.
Facts. Now, let me ask you a
Whatever y'all
question,
got
right?
going.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we are the example. These women around. A lot of these women running around here like like chicken with their head cut off because they've been given. And we're gonna hold everybody accountable. You feel what I'm saying? But furthermore than that, they've been dealt nothing but bad examples. You know what I mean? I don't know where you at in life, but way before my time, generations and generations and generations. You feel what I'm saying? But we can't do nothing about the past. You feel what I'm saying? But we can, you know, information I heard. You feel me? We bringing it to you. Keep tuning in. Whatever you don't know, keep tuning in. I promise you, we gonna get to your topic.
Facts. Facts. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Lock in with us. And if y'all got anything y'all going through, current, or old, you know what I'm saying, tap in with us, and we'll bring it up on the give our opinion on the next episode or whatever. Tap in with us. If y'all got anything going on in
Yeah,
y'all life that
definitely.
y'all need advice on, or y'all need someone to talk to, tap in with us.
Yeah, we gonna give you the game. Don't be afraid to reach out. We've been through shit. That's why we able to. You feel what I'm saying? Actually, sit here and give you firsthand experience versus, you know, however you get your information. You know what I mean? It's nothing better than firsthand experience. You feel what I'm saying? So,
Facts.
you know,
Facts. Facts. So we gonna launch it off with this topic since we on a baby daddy, baby mama, thing, bro. Like, do you feel like the world takes that baby mama and baby daddy title when they run with it? Like they just that title means so much. It's kind of like when a person it's almost like the world feel like they indebted to a person off a title. How do you feel about titles, whether it's mother, brother, sister, cousin, baby mama, whatever, friend? How do you feel about titles?
I mean, the thing is, the only people you owe anything to, especially at that adolescent age, is your kids. You know what I mean? They the only ones that should be looking to you, for something other than treating them right. You know what I mean? Like they not gonna know how to be treated when they get older if you ain't, setting that example. So kids aside, um, people, whatever your title is, friends,
Yeah.
you got everybody got a mother, father, brother, sister, whatever, just only thing you owe them is to treat them right. You feel what I'm saying? Anything more than that, you doing it because you want to, and if they need more than respect from you to deal with you, I don't, that's a little bit too expensive for me. You don't owe 'em nothing. But me personally, I get my family my shirt off my back just because we got to understand they know me, things of that nature. But yeah, to answer your question, you owe especially until they reach at least the age of 18. You know what I mean? You owe them everything you got for real. Because you brought them here. Among other reasons. Um, so yeah, that's kids, but adults, you don't owe nothing but, like I say, your respect, and
See, my outlook on it.
you.
My outlook. I don't judge. You know, you know, people in my life off. Who you are, how long you've been in my life. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for anybody. You know what I'm saying? I judge you
say
off how
say
you.
say say that again, bro, because you got a little choppy.
Oh, I said. I don't. I judge people in my life off how you deal with me as a person. I don't care if I've been knowing you for 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Once I feel like you're not good for my soul, or you do something that I necessarily don't agree with, and I feel like you can't come back from, it's pretty much the relationship is over. I don't care how long I've been knowing you.
Yeah.
I don't care the title that you may have in my life. And I say that because this baby mama and this baby daddy thing, it's just crazy. Especially women. Women feel like they indebted to these niggas. And niggas don't necessarily feel like that about them. 'Cause I don't feel like that about mine. So, right? You just a person I had a baby with. Right? Because I don't deal with you off us having a baby. I deal with you off how you are to me as a person. Right? Anything other than our baby, we really have nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to, put that out there. Motherfuckers, hold people because they had a certain title in their life to us on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what's wrong with the world. The world more judge people off length of them knowing them and conditions. You know what I'm saying? Once you lose respect for me or I lose respect for you, it's nothing else there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm big on, I deal with people on how they deal with me. I don't care how long I've been knowing you. I don't care the title.
I mean,
You know what I'm
the thing
saying?
is, yeah. Now I'm feeling all that. The thing, baby daddy, baby mama, situations like that, bro. I would like to see everybody have at least a cordial relationship, um, with the other person, for the kid's sake. But sometimes situations don't permit that, you know. No matter how much you work with a person. Um,
Yeah, but it's the obligation
so
part of it for me
so
though.
that, huh?
It's the obligation part that a lot of women have towards their baby daddy. Right? It's the obligation. It's the oh, we have a baby, so I hold you to this certain level, but he haven't earned that respect or that obligation from you, right? Yeah, but go ahead.
In situations like that, I could touch on that a bit. In situations like that, I think that's more of something like, and I only, we all different. You feel what I'm saying? But men and women tend to have similarities alike. So mostly men don't normally do things of that nature. That's more like, from my experience in life, that's more like you know, in a woman's realm. You know what I mean? So when you go out and do that, that's more like, well, I just, something to talk, on social media about, or uh, to your friends, or just to make random posts. I just think that, uh, and I ain't even gonna say women. I don't know how it got fashionable, but in these days, it's fashionable to be able to. Um, Look like everything for your kid. It's more fashionable for women to be taking care of their kids by themselves while they complain about their baby daddy. Like that's top tier these days. Instead of making it work with the good ones, you feel what I'm saying? You go and chase the bad ones. Like, yeah, that's more something to talk about, because we all got common sense, and we all know that we can't make somebody do something that they don't want to do. So no matter how much or how long you chase this nigga, it's not going guarantee that he gonna be around. He might just be trying. He might try to just be trying to get you off his ass. He may come over there for a couple of days or some shit like that. But you can't make nobody do nothing. I think we all know that. So I feel like it's more fashionable. So that's what everybody love a good trend. You feel me? So yeah, it's just more fashionable. You get when I guess women get play off of that shit. You know what I mean? But the
Do
bad
you
ones,
think
do
do
what
you
you.
think
The
women
bad ones.
take more pride in saying they're single mothers and they did it themselves than saying that the man was there?
That's why I said it's more fashionable. That's where I was going with that.
Right, right, okay.
Uh, yeah, like I said, a good post, a good story, what have you. That's what makes the world go round at this point. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I said, instead of trying to make it work with the good ones, you would rather sit up there and chase the bad ones. You know. And then not everybody taking from that. Oh, you doing it on your own, and I guess it make them feel good, bro. I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? That's more of a woman's realm, though. Niggas got shit that we do too, but that's more in a woman's realm to be doing shit like that.
Mm.
But I just, why you doing that? I hope you ain't, neglecting your kids. You could be using that time and energy on them. But
Facts, facts.
if it's hurt nobody, do what you do. But when you neglecting your kids to chase a nigga that don't trying to find a nigga that don't want to be found.
And more than that, don't want to be kept and step up to the plate of
So
responsibility for sure, for sure.
so yeah, that's they just like to keep that shit, keep it around. Uh yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot lately. I don't know if you've been seeing a lot lately, but or at all in your life, but it's almost like these men acting more like women these women these days. What you think about that, man? That's gotta catch your attention.
No, it definitely caught my attention. The roles are being reversed now, man. I don't know what they made it so cool for men to be so in their feminine bag now, bro. I can't even say where this should start. You know, I've been on social media for a long time, so this, it could have been going on for a very long time now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just recently getting back on social media, and I'm seeing a lot of different shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't know. I know we don't. This is not really a platform for this, but I feel like this is a perfect example. I know you've seen about the and Ja Rule and
Tony
Antonio Yayo
Yayo.
situation, right? 2 days later, guess where he was at?
Where?
On Vlad talking about it. Like that's sassy, bro. That is like the
Yeah.
most sassiest shit you can fucking do, bro. Like it just I don't know, my nigga. It just the world. I feel like the world is making it cool, bro. Cause the women not speaking up, right? The women not speaking up. Nobody is speaking up and shutting this shit down. You know what I'm saying, bro? But it starts at home, bro. Our young life is being raised by influencers and rappers and actors and shit like that, bro. We not, these kids are being raised by the internet now, my nigga. It's been going on for at least the last decade, for real, bro. Our kids is being raised by the internet now, bro. So they first fucking role models is coming from the internet now, unlike ours. Not saying this is a good thing, but ours was the niggas on the corner, was the dope boys, was the street niggas in the hood, the niggas at the liquor store hustling. You know what I'm saying? Not saying them was the best role model, but they was man. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was man. They live by they live by a code. They moved a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Unlike now, our kids is being raised by fucking social media, bro, and influencers and shit, my nigga. So it's like it's no infrastructure no more. I've been having this thought in my head. How do we go about changing the world, right? But it starts at home. It starts within your infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? And it starts with the youth. It's not gonna change now. It ain't gonna change for the next 2 decades or so. But it starts at home, bro. Us as parents, bro, we gotta do better with raising and teaching our kids, bro. These little niggas nowadays, bro. I'm sorry to call these young boys nowadays, bro. They don't even know how to hold the door open no more, bro. You know what I'm saying? I seen a little boy, bro, with a Chick-fil-A out in Brownstown, I think it was, and it's a little boy. He couldn't be no older than 3 or 4, bro. And he with, I guess, all women. His mama, sisters, probably cousins. He was about 4, 5. When I tell you, bro, that little boy was the first one at that door, and he was the last one leaving that door, my nigga. I had to say something. I'm like, man, y'all doing a good job with him. Y'all doing an amazing job with him. I mean, I even had that problem with my daughter, right? People speak to her, compliment her, and she don't say shit, and it's so fucking embarrassing, bro. I be on her ass about it. Like, bro, it don't, bro. As long as you in my presence, right, and you still a kid, when someone acknowledge you or tell you something that's not wrong, you acknowledge them back and you do what they say. You feel me, bro? Like us as parents, also we don't like other people telling our kids nothing. I'm not that type of person. If you telling my kids something that's not wrong, tell them. You feel me? We just gotta do better as parents, bro. What's your outlook on it? How you feel
Um.
about it?
Yeah. I gotta agree with you. It definitely starts at home for sure. You know. But it just grows and manifests, and a lot of the people that I'm seeing it from, truth be told, is people that, you know not necessarily raised me, but like raised me in the sense of, like, celebrities and shit like that doing that. And for the longest time, my entire life, I thought like these niggas, they wanted to really, they, how can I say it? They, like they good role models and shit. You know what I mean? Set good examples. You know, entrepreneurship and going to school, bettering yourself, things of that nature. But at the same time, still coming from certain environments and giving you game. You know, in situations like that. So then they got music and shit. You know what I mean? So you like you kind of think these niggas like what I mean. This how everything. Or every time I see niggas is doing they move in the same way. But maybe it was too young to understand, or maybe it was as I remember it. But nowadays it's like, man, these niggas so corny, bro. Cause like they do everything and like anything to make money, bro. Like, and it's get your money, but don't compliment, bro. Don't never. I don't care what nobody tell you. Don't never compromise your morals and standards, bro, for nobody. That goes for man and woman. Money, whatever the situation is, like don't never compromise that. That's one of the first steps of losing yourself, bro. You feel me? And that's I guess that's pretty much the gist of why they moving like women, because they don't know they getting so far from their masculinity. You feel what I'm saying? They don't know where they at. Yeah, you got money, bro, but you done did so much shit for that shit. You feel what I'm saying? You don't really even know who you is no more. You feel what I'm saying? But it's not about me or us. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody my age or older, no shit like that. We fully grown men. We are who we are. You feel what I'm saying? But like I say, you got, like bro touched on a little bit earlier, you got these kids that's growing up, watch you, emulating you, you feel what I'm saying, just as we did, and y'all setting bad examples for real. Everybody ain't articulate enough, you feel what I'm saying, to, figure out shit on their own. Okay, these niggas flawed, yada yada yada, um, we all done been through that, impressionable stage and shit like that, but as you get older, you like, man, I want to live this way. But there's a lot of kids out here who take shit at face value. You feel what I'm saying? That could compromise that can compromise their entire life. So just from that standpoint, bro, like whatever you want to do as a man, whatever, you feel what I'm saying, in your, comfort of your own home, your own personal time, that's what you do. But don't come on the screen, bro, and be telling these kids, you got female, probably younger female friends, and I mean, from younger female fans or supporters, and younger boys and young men. What I mean, that's fans too. That's listening to y'all. Maybe getting a bit of their personality. From y'all. So just be mindful, bro. Like I don't judge nobody. I live my own life. You feel what I'm saying? But just be mindful of who listening and who supporting. Like what you doing. You this way one day, then you a whole another way. Like just be mindful of who's listening.
Yeah, these niggas are new
That's
bad
my
bitches.
take on it.
These niggas are new bad
Yeah,
bitches,
man.
man. You know, that's where
That's
the
what you
world
gonna
come.
do.
That's
You
where the
feel?
world is, bro. And it ain't going nowhere, bro. It's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse. I think I
Yeah.
seen a post not so long ago. Might have been a Gucci fashion show, but the nigga had on the whole dress, bro. It's like, and I know you've seen things like this too, bro. You know, nigga had on the whole dress, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I
Um,
say just
it's
be
just
mindful of
crazy.
who watching.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's
You
crazy.
know what I
You
mean? You
know.
got on you got on, you got on gear one day and then you got on a dress the next. Like whatever you do in the comfort of your home, do that. But stop corrupting these kids, because that's who not only but a portion of your fan base come from these kids.
For
They
sure.
streaming and all that shit.
Share, subscribe, comment, follow. You know, tap in, lock in, man. You
That's
know, free game, free
definitely,
game,
yep, yep. Hit that, hit the inbox. You feel what I'm saying? Jump in the DMs. You feel what I'm saying? Get with us on YouTube. We're here to help.
for sure. So check it, man. What's your, how you feel about this glorification of of prison. It's kind of being like a badge of honor. What's your outlook on that? How you feel about that? What would you tell the young life about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what advice can you give? You know what I'm saying? Give your perspective, your outlook on prison being a badge of honor.
Just understand, like I learned at a very very young age. Just understand what you're dealing with. Just understand. Can't tell nobody how to be no man. You feel what I'm saying? But just understand the ramifications and how deep shit get before you do whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Um, don't a lot of I see a lot of I see a lot of people they sign up for shit they really not built for, and then now they doing 100 years. You can't, like, when Judge handed down them football numbers, you can cry, you feel what I'm saying? You feel me? You can show all the emotion in the world. But 9 times out of 10, you
You
doing
ain't
every
giving that
bit of that
time back.
time.
Yeah.
You doing every bit of that time, and understand what losing that time is. You know, money might not motivate you, family might not motivate you. There's something out here in this free world that's gonna motivate you. You know, yeah, no, I catch it another way. You feel what I'm saying? But I do know um people personally, that was raised in that shit. You feel me? So I'm knowing what that life is like. You feel what I'm saying? So I understand certain people's situations. I hope God bless you, continue to bless you, things of that nature. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, if your hand ain't already strong in this shit, bro, then do what you can to maneuver around it. You feel what I'm saying? Your hand might not be strong in this shit, and you might not, you might don't got nothing like college or trade school or whatever situation is. You might not have those options, but shit, just you will figure it out. Just keep living life. You feel what I'm saying? And shit'll come to you. You feel what I'm saying? But um. Yeah, only the strong survive this shit. You know what I mean? So if you wanna, 9 times out of 10, if you ain't born in this shit, you wanna spend 5 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna, cost you 700 years. You know, by all means, get it how you live. But yeah, just understand. Just when you walk in these situations, walk into them with your eyes open. Because I'm not never in a situation where, and I don't feel like nobody should ever be in a situation where they in the dark. You feel me? So, um, yeah, that's all I would say to that. Yeah, what you think about it?
Um,
Or you got another topic you wanted to do?
Stay out of man. No, 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 no. I definitely got to rebuttal. Stay out of fucking prison, man. Uh,
Yeah,
um, the biggest downfall of that is our kids growing up without fathers, man, and then it
yeah.
becomes a repeated cycle. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Or the fathers that's putting them in that shit.
right. And more than that, man, you know, women probably can raise boys, but they can't raise mans, man. And that's just the reality of it. Women can't raise a man. A woman can't teach you how to be something that she's not wired to be. No matter how tough these women may act, no matter the situation, fathers, we gotta stay out of the penal system, man. The penal system is, it's not made for no one, but it's definitely not made for us. You know what I'm saying? We
That
gotta
nigga
stay up.
say that nigga say the fetal system. I'm sick.
Yeah,
My nigga said the fetal system. You
Yeah, we
wild
ain't.
coward.
You guys, I mean, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying, man? Ain't nothing in there for you unless you know what I'm saying.
Nah.
Ain't nothing
Right.
in there for
Right.
you unless you know what I'm saying. You know, you swing
Right.
that way, but shit, you know,
Right.
man,
Right.
bro, ain't nothing in there for you. Ain't shit gangsta, ain't shit cool about going to prison. You know, that's one of, you know, I ain't gonna lie, one of the biggest thing I'm proud of, bro. I don't have a felony. I never spent over a day or two or a couple of days in county. You know, that's probably one of my biggest accomplishments of my fucking life, and I'm proud of that. You know what I mean? I'm super proud of that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, it wasn't easy, and it isn't easy. You know, especially being a black man in fucking America, dodging prison is probably one of the hardest things. You know what I'm saying? That a black man a black man can do in fucking America. You know what I'm saying? But we just gotta stay up out of that, man. We gotta be here for our families, man. Our mothers, our wives, our girlfriend, our kids, our daughters, our sons, the fucking world, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be here. You know what I'm saying?
For
We
sure.
gotta be here. But that's my
For
take
sure.
on it, though.
Well, we gonna leave it off on that one. Stay tuned for the next episode. Got nothing but fly shit coming to you. You know. Yeah, like we just saying throughout the show, like, share, and subscribe. You know, jump in the DMs, hit the inbox. You know what I'm saying? Let's chop it up.
And also, man, I know it's been a little crazy with our background and how we've been moving, but we working on a space coming soon. So we gonna
Oh
make
yeah, yeah,
we gonna make shit a lot
yeah.
more appealing for y'all real soon. But yeah, love,
Yeah, let's give it
fellas.
up for that.
Let's yeah, for
Let's give
sure.
it up for that, gang.
I'm gonna
Give it
end
up
it
for
with
that. You
fellas. We
feel
gotta
me?
do better.
Hey,
We
we
gotta
we
do
got it.
fellas
We got it coming. We got it coming live and direct. Go ahead, my
for
baby. Do your
sure.
thing.
For sure. No, that's it. That's it. That's it, gang. Love, nigga.
All right, love.
Yeah.